back to another episode of the Playbook. I am Candace. This is Kay. This is episode 17. We're going to talk a little bit about expansion in the NWSL, a little women's college basketball, but mostly we about to break down what will go on in Unrivaled. Is if you follow basketball at all, especially women's basketball, it's going to be the thing of the off season. So they're already, their Instagrams and all the behind the stage stuff that they're doing is hilarious and funny, and I hope it goes well. But we're going to break it all down for you today. Please follow us, Girls Only Sports, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with our full court press with the NWSL. It looks like Denver will be the 16th franchise in the National Women's Soccer League with a $110 million fee. I guess we used to pray for times like this, right?
Right.
110 probably could have got you an entire league 20 years ago.
Right. Very true. But I feel like it was only appropriate. It was down to Denver, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. I know we was kind of hoping for a team here in Ohio, but Denver is just so appropriate. There's so many great players that have come out of Colorado. Mallory Swanson, Lindsey Horan, both are from Colorado. So I think it's only fitting that Denver finally has a team. There's so much talent there, so not surprised.
So they joined Boss Nation FC, who, they stumbled out the gate. With their little
they
promo.
stumbled out the gate.
Stumbled out the gate
and have been silent since.
Right.
Like, I've not heard a peep from them since.
They're trying to get their PR together. But they will be the Boston Nation FC, which will be in Boston. They'll be the 15th team, and now Denver the 16th team. So 16th team. So what do you think? 16 is a good stopping point. Expansion is good. Having places for players to go is good. But at a certain point, I get nervous, especially when it gets to these women leagues. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Let's do a 5-year hold.
Yeah. I think 16's a good place to stop right now. Listen, we love the growth, but like you said, I think we need a little bit of breathing room.
Right.
Angel City has caused havoc since they've been in this league. And we gotta test the waters and see what Boss Nation and Denver are giving to us before we do too much more.
Yeah, let's not shade Angel City. I mean, they came in with all the big name investors, the documentary, all of it. But it's
shout out to Angel City, love them. But
whoa, they had a little bit of trouble ever since. But we hope lessons learned. But I'm with you. Let's just hit a pause. I think Boston is good, Denver is good, like you said. $110 million. Ooh, you got to pay the price for these women's sports now. So right in that same vein, I didn't get word on whether or not these teams, they'll probably wait until next season to get started, but the 2025 NWSL season schedule was released. And here's just a quick look of what's going on. Just taking a quick look at it, I was like, March 7th is the Challenge Cup, and but even then the regular season starts March 14th, and I was like,
a week later. It seems so soon, but I feel like the date is just getting closer and closer. And selfishly, I love when it feels like there's no off season in soccer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just always like,
I'm more of a basketball fan, so I don't know that life.
Yeah, like I love a break for them. Like when the players get a break, I'm like, you know what, they deserve that. They've played a lot, but when it feels like I'm getting it year round, I need this. I love it. So as soon as European League stop, NWSL is starting, I love it. Can be better.
Break down, this. I'm a new NWSL fan, so break down what the Challenge Cup is, because that happens. March is going to be here in no time. Just break down a little bit what that is.
So the Challenge Cup, as they change it all the time, but currently the Challenge Cup is played against the Shield winner and the championship winner. And currently, as we know, Orlando holds both the Shield and the championship titles. So they're playing with the second best record, which is Washington Spirit. So that's basically you own the Challenge Cup. That's all it is.
Your A team can't play against your B team, right? Even though I think your starters versus your the bench players would be like a nice twist to it, but
true, that'd be fun.
Yeah, let's spice it up a little bit. But like, once again, the season schedule, I'll put it back up really quick. It's gotten released. It looks like I said, the regular season starts off March 14th. And then the playoffs are going to start November 7th. So you get we're almost at a calendar year for a women's sports league. Hopefully, in the future, the W can match it a little bit.
Get a couple more months out of it.
Right. They can start in April, maybe push it up a little bit to March themselves and just, take all that time. But we'll see. But going along with basketball a little bit, it looks like women's college basketball is like, this is the time to plug back in. I know, once the fall hits, all the teams are just trying to get their feet under them. We had a couple of big matchups. I know on the episode before we talked about Paige and Juju. But listen, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. We got matchups galore, and especially within this next week or so, in terms of top 25 teams, I believe there's 8 top 25 matchups within the next week and a half. South Carolina plays Texas. USC plays Maryland. LSU and Tennessee play each other. Ohio State and Michigan play each other. So I'm like, listen, this is time to plug in. As most people know, UCLA is still the number 1 team in the country. They ran South Carolina a little bit earlier, but since that loss, South Carolina looks good. Notre Dame, Hannah Hidalgo she's to me challenging Juju for that Player of the Year award. Obviously USC, and then can't forget about UConn as well, even though it looks like Paige had a little tweak injury, but we're wishing all the best because we know she's gone through it a little bit. But I do got to shout out one team.
Which one?
The
Let
Buckeyes.
Me guess. Listen,
we gotta show some home love. Like, don't get me wrong, we haven't forgot about them. We're gonna bring them up on our show and give them highlights as the season go on. But they are now a top 10 team. They're an AP number 9. They're undefeated so far this season. I will say their starting 5 look really good. All of them average in double figures. I'm excited for them. I think they, that press is still what it is. Cody McMahon is still who she is, the freshman point guard. She's unbelievable. But I'm going to put a but because, we got to keep it realistic.
Right.
Like a lot of teams, they're backloaded, meaning that strength of schedule don't hit until January, February. That's when things get interesting. Like we said, OSU plays Michigan coming up soon, but in February they play number 1 UCLA and I believe number 3, number 4 USC in back-to-back games in February. So we're gonna need the Buckeyes to show up and show out for them too.
Yeah, I got faith in us. Like I always have an overconfidence in Ohio State every year, so I'm gonna just stick with it.
But that's what it is. When we live in Columbus, we have a couple of professional teams here, but let's not get it twisted. Buckeye rules over everything.
Over everything.
Over everything. So check out them, and as well just tune in to the women's basketball schedule. You're gonna see some really, really good games as football and all that stuff winds down. And
we tired of that. We tired.
Next up is our She Did That segment. We wanted to give a quick. You know what? Should I talk about it real quick?
Talk about it.
Kim Mulkey. Kim Mulkey
now she deserves she that.
She did that. Because listen, we know Kim Mulkey be putting it on. But homegirl walked out.
On.
Not in a I get bucket sweater.
Hey. Listen, Mulkey got well, let me not do it because good sis over at what school she coached for?
You talking about the one who really be putting it on. I know who you talking about.
She be putting it on.
I know who you talking about.
Homegirl be putting it on. But Kim Mulkey second. She be having that on her.
I said, wait a minute, why does she have on a basketball hoop and the net?
It's so Kim Mulkey. It's so Kim
Mulkey. It's so Kim Mulkey. But shout out to her. I couldn't, what she is in our She Did That segment because she got LSU playing good. And that outfit is, come on, Kim Mulkey.
Killing them.
We gonna rock with you. But our real She Did That segment was, we want to give a shout out to Clarissa Shields. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's also, I think, she holds the titles in, I think, 3 divisions in women's boxing. The self-proclaimed greatest women's boxer of all time. But we're shouting her out because she had a movie released during Christmas, which doesn't happen often, where, you know, the center of stories are, there's not a lot of, you know, major picture releases with women athletes at the center, and especially a woman boxer. But we did want to shout her movie out. It's called The Fire Inside. It's starring Ryan Destiny, who starred in Star. Did you watch Star?
I didn't watch Star, but I know Ryan Destiny.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit. I
Yeah,
into
you
it
would.
Yeah, that was back in.
That seems very much up your alley.
That was very much like Scandal, Empire, Star. It was them days,
those eras.
Yeah,
right.
Shut up.
Oh, the good days.
But the movie came out during Christmas. It should be out streaming soon. But we did want to shout Clarissa Shields out and Ryan Destiny's out. For her performance. But tune in to our TikTok series that we're going to have reviewing women's documentaries and movies and things like that. We're going to take some time out to watch this one and review it to see if we give it a start, bench, or cut. But we wanted to shout them out for her to get this made, for it to be a sports story regarding a woman athlete, and especially in a sport like boxing, which we don't necessarily see. You know, we get Rocky, we get Creed, we get those things, but having a story like this being a major motion picture is a good thing. It reminds me of like I, Tonya. That's probably one of the last ones I can remember. Margot Robbie. We may need to do that too.
that would be a good one.
Right. But shout out to Clarissa Shields for all that she does, and hopefully the next time she gets a big fight, we can.
That'd be
we
fun.
can review that too. We don't get into a lot of women's boxing. But most of this show is going to be, don't excel like that. It's going to be the review, preview, all things Unrivaled. Any fans of women's basketball just knows this is a professional league that got started during the WNBA offseason by one, Breanna Stewart, and another, Nafrisa Collier. It's a 3-on-3 league. They play on a compressed full court, 70 feet long, 50 feet wide. It'll be broadcast all on TNT. They play 4 quarters with a shot clock, game clock. It's the big thing. It's run amok kind of on social media a little bit as gameplay starts January 17th. But even before we break down what these teams look like, I just want to shout out Unrivaled for...
Listen.
I mean...
Showing how to... Never mind, let me stop.
How to market.
Go ahead.
How to market your league. How to promote your league. How to get endorsements. How to leverage the players that you already have. And you know what I'm saying? Multi-year partnership with Sephora, as if, I mean, hey, Commissioner Kathy W., you letting this player run league kind of run y'all in terms of the marketing and endorsement game. Like, they're doing some crazy stuff there. They got endorsements with Wilson, Miller Lite, State Farm, TNT, Alley Financial, Under Armour, like, Stewie, Fee, congratulations on what you're...
Shout out to y'all.
It was just announced that Coco Gauff has become an investor. Juju Watkins, who's in college, is also an investor. Right. Like, they even had Flau'jae and Paige and Hey We Coming. Like...
Right. It's been fun to watch already, so I can't imagine when they actually start playing ball.
Correct. And you know, how the teams kind of divvy up, and we'll get into it. The media savvy teams, you could just tell the difference, because some are just cool and chill, hang in the bag. And then, Angel Reese got half of her team already on TikTok everywhere. So it should be really fun. And again, they should have took our idea, but granted, Unrivaled is running it. But this would have been perfect. Hard Knocks, Unrivaled in Miami, like, put the reality show down there.
There's always next season.
Right. But let's break down some of these teams. We're going to start off with the Laces. Don't get it confused by the Aces.
Every time I see it, I'm like, why is the Aces posting that? And then that says Laces.
Well,
okay,
half the Aces team is on here anyway.
True. True.
But the Aces are going to be Stephanie Dawson, who plays for the Mystics, Tiffany Hayes, who plays for the Aces, Kate Martin, formerly of the Aces, now the Valkyries, Kayla McBride of the Lynx, Alyssa Thomas of the Sun, Jackie Young of the Aces. This was a team that Kelsey Plum was going to be on, but she decided not to participate in Unrivaled this year. So Stephanie Dawson, Tiffany Hayes, Kate Martin, Kayla McBride, Alyssa Thomas, Jackie Young. What's your take on this team?
I want to be like, this team nasty, but then you keep going down the list and it just gets better and better. Like,
right. They got
like,
inside.
This team. Yeah.
They got a
outside.
Shooter. And then they got 3 dogs. Tiffany Hayes, Alyssa Thomas,
Absolutely.
Jackie Young. Who about to score on them?
Right. But then, like I said, just continue down the list and you're going to be like, that team nasty.
Right. Right. So,
who puts this team on their back?
I'm going to say Kayla McBride. And I'm going to say Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes, who participated in 3-on-3 in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like a preeminent 3-on-3 hooper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she can get to the basket, she can shoot threes, she can draw fouls, she can do all that stuff. I'm thinking it's her, and I'm thinking for Kayla McBride. I think the 3-point shot is going to be a big thing, especially if they doing, even though it's a compressed full court, she's one of the best 3-point shooters in the game. And if they can utilize her, I think it'll be Kayla McBride, Tiff Hayes.
I'm not mad at you. I was going to say Tiff, so I'm right there with you.
Okay. We feel the same on the Aces. So that's what they, the Aces, the Laces.
That's crazy. Don't even get them that title for real.
It's not my fault. It's all close, and they got 2 of them Aces on there anyway.
Right.
The next team up is the Lunar Owls Basketball Club. This team, Shakira Austin, who plays for the Mystics, Cameron Brink of the Sparks, Nafisa Collier from the Lynx, Skylar Diggins-Smith from the Storm, Alicia Gray from the Dream, and Courtney Williams from the Lynx.
Dogs. Listen, I'm telling you, this list, like, you're going to keep going down these teams and they just get better and better.
Woo.
But this one, I'm genuinely scared of this team a little bit. Like, I would be scared to go up against this team.
So, Cam Brink is still recovering, correct?
True. Yes.
So, I'm gonna put an asterisk next to Cam Brink. But even looking at Shakira, Nafisa, Scott,
we know what Courtney can do.
We know what Courtney can do. She's kind of like the Tiff Hayes for this team. Stop and pop. Alicia Gray, the same thing. She actually won a gold medal in 3-on-3 at the Tokyo Olympics. Skylar Diggins is a dog, so you got a point guard. Fee can play everywhere and without the ball. And then you got Shakira Austin in the post.
Listen, these teams is all like, I want to see these teams play 5-on-5 for real, like in the WNBA finals.
Right. Just give us 21 5-on-5, but get the 3-on-3
for real. Yeah.
I like this team. I think I
like this team.
This looks like a starting 5 and the 6th man on a regular WNBA roster.
Right. Yeah, it really, it truly does. It really does.
They went straight professional with the Lunar Owls.
Yeah, for sure. They were like, oh no, this is the business. They're like, we're here to win.
Right. Next up is the Mist Basketball Club. Now the Mist will have Dejanay Carrington from the Sun, Aaliyah Edwards from the Mystics, Brakia Jackson from the Sparks, Jewel Lloyd from the Storm, Brianna Stewart from the Liberty, and Courtney Vandersloot from the Liberty.
Nasty. Candace.
Why am I getting more hype for Unrivaled?
Thank you. I'm like, every team, I'm just like this. I'm ready. And then I keep getting ready to be like, young team, they about to be gunning. Then you get to Jewel, Brianna, Sloot, and I'm just like, veterans too. Like, it's too much. And it's every team. It's got the perfect balance of experience and then that youthful, like, just go and get it.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. For this team, I think this is Rakia Jackson's coming out party.
Oh, for sure.
Especially
I think she's going to show out.
I think she is too. Because I think at her size, her speed, her mid-range, she may be hitting in that little unguardable phase, especially with, the 3-on-3 type thing. I think this is her coming out party going into the WNBA season, because seeing Rakia in 3-on-3 is not what I want to do.
Because she seems like she plays a 3-on-3 type of game. Like, she just seems like this is made for her.
Right.
So I'm with you. I get that. Yeah.
And, I'm not sleeping on Dejanay either. I think, she has the reputation as being like the defensive hype player, gets a tough N1 buckets. But no, Dejanay is a go-get-it. Again, she's the Tip Hayes. She's the Alicia Gray. She can get all that stuff. She can create her own shot. She can shoot the three. She can take all the hits. But I think, if anything, this is Breanna Stewart teaching Rakia Jackson how to be a superstar.
Right.
Yeah. That's what that is.
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. The next team is Phantom BC. How this team breakdown is Natasha Cloud from the Mercury, Brittany Griner from the Mercury, Sabrina Nescu from the Liberty, Marina Mabry from the Sun, Satu Sabali from the Wings, Katie Lou Samuelson from the Fever. Listen, I don't know who put all these shooters and Brittany Griner on the same team.
I was like, this team kind of sound unfair.
Listen, I think somebody made a mistake.
Somebody made a mistake for sure.
Why are there so many shooters on this team?
Listen,
Katie Lou, Satu, Marina, Sabrina, and then put BG in a post.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, like, the first team excites me so much. Like, you see the first team and we're like, dog.
Right.
But then it just gets better and better and better and better. Like, how do you stop this team?
Right.
Outside, inside, how do you stop this team? Mid-range, how do you stop this team?
Ooh. I see the only thing that may hinder this team a little bit is no, because Natasha is defense.
Yeah. And you know she can turn it on when she need to.
She sure can.
Listen.
Satu, she's the player to watch for me on this team.
Okay.
Inside, outside, mid-range. I'm looking, it's them players who can play all around and it's 3-on-3, so she can take a 1-on-1. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
How do you think BG is gonna fit in the 3-on-3?
BG is the one player on this team I worry about, not in the sense of you can't stop BG. Like,
correct.
BG is what she is. My only thing is with that compressed court, how BG is gonna be able to work the post.
Right.
That's my only thought with BG.
Because nobody can guard her.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just throw it down there, you got nothing but shooters on the outside. She's going to draw the deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this team is unstoppable.
Right. Yeah. Too many shooters. And then don't let Marina get hot. I had the same thing feeling about BG. I was like, could 3-on-3 be a little bit too quick in terms of what they do? But like you said, they got shooters. They just said BG and give me every shooter. Somebody didn't look through that all the way.
And I'm not mad at them.
Yeah. Next up, probably the team that has the most social media activity.
Hey, this is a fun team. This is the lit team.
This is the lit team.
Y'all better do good.
Rose BC, Kalia Copper from the Mercury, Chelsea Gray from the Aces, Lexi Hall from the Fever, Angel Reese from the Sky, Azrae Stevens from the Sparks, and Brittany Sykes from the Mystics.
This is the vibe team. like everything about this team is good vibes. First of all, they're the reason that we were going to call this segment just vibes.
Yeah, just vibes.
That's
right. Just vibes.
Just vibes. But on the basketball side too, dangerous.
Yes.
I think. Listen, Chelsea Gray.
Right.
Kalia Copper.
Yes.
Wait. First off, hold on. Wait. Let me go back to Chelsea Gray. Because why was Chelsea Gray dancing like that in that TikTok?
Chelsea Gray said, "Don't forget."
Oh, I love Chelsea. Chelsea said.
Chelsea Gray say, don't let the age fool you. I can get down. Understand.
Period.
It's the lit
and
team.
I'm not mad at it.
Age don't mean nothing.
I'm right there with y'all.
Right.
But no, on a serious note, Angel Reese, Brittany, listen. Like, this team is dangerous.
Yeah.
But every team is dangerous.
Correct. This team, I'm most excited just probably about everybody who will be tuning in is to see selfishly how Chelsea Gray is going to help Angel Reese playing with a point guard at her caliber. But we know what Angel Reese can do on the boards and all that stuff. The one thing I look on this team, well, no, because Lexi Hall is like a sharp shooter.
Yes.
Sykes' defense. But like we said about the other team, this is like one of those top 5. This is a starter plus a reserve on a regular 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to see this team.
6th woman of the year.
Right.
No.
Right. But for this one, I think for Ka, 3-on-3 is just suited for her game. You understand?
Yeah. Like, there's certain players whose game just match that 3-on-3 style, and she's one of those.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Brittany Sykes is, a defender, and then she can get her own shot, too. So,
yeah.
This team goes as far as Ka takes them. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is
Dangerous.
for the road. But follow them anyway, because like I said, they the lit team.
Yeah. Right.
And then finally, we have the Vinyl Basketball Club. I wonder how they came up with that name. Vinyl.
How did they come up with any of them? I wondered about the owl.
Right. The lunar owl.
Where'd they come up with lunar owl?
Now we cracking on the
giving
names.
chat. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, don't say ChatGPT.
I'm just saying they could have got inspiration.
No, don't say
I'm
that.
not hitting on the names.
Come on, rival. Don't be using that.
I'm not mad at it.
But
cut your workload down.
Right. The Vinyl Basketball Club will be coached. This is the first coach we mentioned because it is one that needs to be recognized. Basketball Hall of Famer.
Every time.
Teresa Weatherspoon will head coach the Vinyl Basketball Club. So shout out to her. And I hope that one of these WNBA teams who are filling out all these assistant coaching, somebody better pick Becky Aces. Y'all need to pick up Teaspoon and pull her back into the league. But this is the team she's working with. Aaliyah Boston from the Fever, Ray Burrell from the Sparks, Jordan Canada from the Dream, De'Erica Hamby from the Sparks, Ryan Howard from the Dream, and Enrique Agumbawale from the Wings.
Listen, said it once. I'm going to keep saying this team is dangerous. I'm looking at Reek and I'm looking at Ryan Howard on this team.
Why did they put them on the same team?
Listen, that's going to be nasty. That's what I'm looking for on this team. I think it's gonna come down to listen.
If you gave me if you said looking at all of these teams, and I know we hyped them up, but we talk about Vinyl Basketball Club. Shout out to Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston, one of the 2022. Shout out to Ray Burrell. Shout out to Jordan Canada. Them some ace of players. They are peak. But if you give me a 3-on-3 team and I'm rolling out De'Erica, Ryan, and Erica. De'Erica is a dog. Ryan Howard, a dog. Enrique, a dog.
Listen, it's spooky. This whole league is scary. That's the one. Like, I feel like save the best for last,
kind of. If I'm gonna put it out there,
dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save it in just like 30 seconds. But on this team, I think we kind of mentioned it. Enrique, Ryan Howard, they're gonna be their own goal. For me, it'll be interesting to see how. I think Aaliyah Boston is gonna shock a lot of people in 3-on-3. And hopefully she can shock a lot of people, i.e. her new head coach, Stephanie White, to play a faster game.
Yes.
And prioritize, getting her the basketball. But I think once she can prove that she can play at a faster speed.
Yeah.
Not me trying to set up the WNBA season, but I'm be interested to see how Aaliyah Boston fits in. But just looking at De'Erica, Ryan Howard, and Enrique, I'm like, in 3-on-3, ooh.
It's not fair.
Oh.
Like, that team is... Like, imagine you at the back, like, you just down at the courts and you playing.
Right.
And they're like, you want to run threes?
Right.
And it's De'Erica, Ryan,
Right.
and Enrique.
Right.
I'm like, nah, we
you going to
good.
get crossed by two of them, and De'Erica going to run you over. It's like...
Right. Nah, we good. We just shooting today.
Right. Like, what are we really about to do? But all the teams we kind of just listed... Who's the team you think that's going to... Obviously, we're going to check in week to week to see how all of them are doing. Obviously, that them being able to gel really, really quickly is going to play a part in how successful they are going to be. But what's the one team that you kind of like, this my team?
Oh, one team, this my team?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The Vinyl is scary. Vinyl's the team that you like. That's the one to watch right there.
Right.
I'm going Rose. I'm going Rose BC because I think it's going to shock people because their vibes, they're vibey. Everybody's going to fall in love with Rose because of the TikTok. But I think when Kalia get out there and show out,
right,
and like you said, Chelsea and Angel Reese. I think it's gonna be. You won't realize it's not just all vibes. Right. I think that's what's gonna shock a lot of people. So that's the team for me right now. I'm going Rose BC.
Okay. I'm Vinyl. Oh, Vinyl.
Listen.
Vinyl. Vinyl. I think for both of us, since we both agreed on Vinyl, that's gonna be like a team. That's a girls only sports team.
Yeah. That's our team. That's the girls' only sports team.
I said this is gonna be a breakout party for Rakia Jackson. I'm looking at the mist. Okay. Rakia, Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Stewart, Courtney, Aaliyah Edwards, Dejanay Carrington. I think the teams that are low key. Don't get me wrong. The first team we mentioned, right? The Laces. And them dogs they got on that team. But I think the Mist are going to shock some people. I think that's going to be a team that if they gel and Rakia start balling out, I'm going to go with them.
I'm not mad at that pick. There's no wrong pick.
There's none. This is going to be so fun. Like, and I hope the players have a good time. I hope all of us watching has a good time. But it's going to be really exciting covering Unrivaled. So shout out to all of these players. We hope they all stay uninjured. We're going to be covering Unrivaled week to week. The games come on TNT. So please tune in, support these ladies. Everybody wants to hype women's sports. They're here as a basketball league during the winter time. So we get to see all these players so they don't have to go overseas and play, even though Camila Cardoso is balling out in China.
Oh, my God.
Somebody said... what's your early WNBA season prediction? And I said, put Camila Cardoso in the MVP conversation because
listen,
if she plays how she's playing overseas, can't nobody stop her in the WNBA. So, but tune into Unrivaled. It starts January 17th on TNT. Please tune in to Girls Only Sports. We will be reviewing all the games, keeping you updated, all the big news. Hopefully they can give us some behind the scenes. Right. Just Vibes League, but they about to ball out. Once again, I am Candace, this is Kay, and we are Girls Only Sports.